Astrology isn't just about signs and symbols. It's a tool for navigating real life. Hello, and welcome to Astrology with Alisa. I'm your host, Alisa Dixon, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Do you ever wonder why you start things with a bang, but just can't seem to finish? Or why certain people just ground you? It's not random. It's your elements talking. In my house, we've got a little bit of everything: fire, earth, air, and water. And trust me, the mix is, shall we say, lively. Today, we're going back to the basics, but not in a textbook astrology kind of way. We're talking about the elements in your chart and how your personal mix of these says so much about the way you move through life. Think of the elements like the ingredients in your energetic recipe. Some of us are extra spicy, fire. Some are rock solid, earth. Some are light and breezy, air. And some flow with the tides, water. Let's take me as an example. In my own chart, I'm heavy on fire and air, which means I love to start things, I get excited, I move fast, and share ideas. But I can also get really impatient and restless. And let's just say when things drag on, I'm ready to move on to the next adventure. That's where my husband comes in. He's mostly earth and water. Steady, grounded, practical, and solution-focused. So when I'm ready to throw up my hands and walk away, he's still right there working through the problem. We balance each other in a way that keeps things moving without burning out. My daughter, Lily, is mostly fire and earth, which means she's driven, determined, and can push through to the finish line. But she has zero air in her chart. Zero. And trust me, she will let you know when you've been talking too much for her liking. My son Will has the most balanced chart of us all. He's got a little bit of everything with just a tad bit more earth. He can shift gears, adapt, and roll with different situations. But he's got that grounded streak that keeps him steady. So what do these elements actually mean? Let's break them down. And as you listen, see if you recognize yourself here. Fire is all about movement, action, and passion. Fire energy thrives on excitement and possibility. It's bold, driven, and loves a good challenge. If you're an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you carry that spark naturally. But even if you're not one of these signs, a heavy fire influence in your chart can make you feel like one. Earth is about stability, practicality, and groundedness. Earth energy builds slowly and steadily, sticking with a plan and valuing results you can actually touch and see. It's dependable, hardworking, and keeps things real. So if you're a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, this might sound like you. But even if you're not, if you've got a lot of earth placements, you probably feel most comfortable when things are predictable and secure. Air is social, curious, and full of ideas. It loves learning, sharing, and connecting through conversation. Air energy moves quickly from thought to thought, and it often needs variety and mental stimulation to feel alive. If you're a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, you might live in this headspace naturally. But even without these sun signs, if you have a lot of other planets in air, that can make you the person always asking questions or sparking the conversation in the group. Now, water is receptive, intuitive, and deeply emotional. It feels things before it can explain them. Water energy is sensitive and compassionate and able to sense the unspoken undercurrents in a room. If you're a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you already know how much you take in from the people around you. But even if you're not officially a water sign by sun, a heavy water influence can make you a natural empath, and also someone who needs to protect their emotional space. So I know what you're all thinking. Why does this matter? Because the elements show us our natural style. How we start things, how we finish things, how we process, connect, and respond to the world. Sometimes our dominant element is part of our sun, moon, or rising sign, but sometimes it's not. And that's where things get interesting, because the elements are just the first half of something we call chart expression. The other half is modality, cardinal, fixed, or mutable, which I talked about in my Saturn and Aries episode last month. If you missed that one, I'll link it in the show notes. So when you combine the element you have the most of with the modality you have the most of, you get your chart's expression, which is a specific zodiac sign that represents the overall tone your energy gives off, no matter what your sun sign says. For example, the element I have the most of is fire, and the modality I have the most of is cardinal, which points to Aries as my chart expression. It's why I'm always ready to start something new. Now, for me, my chart expression is Aries and my sun is Aries. So for me, the chart expression matches my sun. My husband, on the other hand, has mostly earth for his element and mostly fixed energy for his modality, which points to Taurus as his chart expression. Steady, determined, and grounded. Taurus is not his sun, but it is his rising sign. So in his case, his chart expression is one of his big three, sun, moon, and rising, but it's not his sun. And sometimes a person's chart expression is a completely different sign than any of their big three. And that is exactly what my Astro Besties and I are talking about this Sunday on the Astrology with Alisa podcast YouTube channel. We'll be sharing real-life examples of people we know whose chart expression is totally different from their sun, moon, or rising signs, and how this can be a hidden gem in understanding a person's energy. It's like a secret window into someone's astrology that reveals so much more than what you see on the surface. So this week, notice your own element mix. Are you extra fiery? Are you mostly grounded? Are you all air? Or maybe swimming in water? Because once you know that, you'll be ready for the next step, finding out how your chart expression ties it all together. And if hearing this has you curious about your own chart expression, I'd love to explore it with you one-on-one. You can book a reading with me anytime through my website, www.astrologywithalisa.com. I'll put the link in the show notes. And keep an eye out. The chart expression episode with my Astro Besties is going to drop this Sunday at 10 a.m. on the Astrology with Alisa YouTube channel. It's going to be full of aha moments and maybe even help you see yourself or the people around you in an entirely new way. You can catch the full YouTube episode when it drops on Sunday morning. And if you prefer to listen, the audio replay will be right here on Monday. Thanks again for listening and take care. I'll see you next time.